So guys, all of you who have just joined once again, welcome to Mangalwar Masterclass, which is brought to you by Delhi School of Internet Marketing. And in today's masterclass, we are going to talk about 5 steps to sell anything online. Whether you are selling a service or you are selling a product, how you can sell any product, any service online in 5 steps. Not very easy steps, but not difficult too. If you can stick to it, I can really guarantee that you will be able to sell anything online in not more than 5 steps. So let's see what these 5 steps are. First is to increase visibility and bring targeted traffic. That's what we need to do first. And second is to use lead magnets. We'll be talking about all these points in detail. Third point is micro and macro leads. Fourth is pitch your main product or service. And fifth point is to upsell, cross-sell, and retain your customers. So let's start with the first point. First point is to increase visibility and bring targeted traffic. Now, what is visibility? Guys, visibility, when you start a new business, or let's say you have an old business and now you want to bring your business online, you want to capture customers online, what would be the first step you would like to do? Some of you would want to make a website, you would probably make a Facebook page, you would probably start a LinkedIn profile, right? So these are the basic steps. Why are you going to start with these basic steps? Because you are trying to increase your visibility in front of your prospects. You would like to make some noise out there in the already noisy online world. Reach out to your prospects and tell them that now you have this business, you have this website, you are selling this product service, and they can avail it, right? So first and foremost step before we try to sell or market anything online is to increase its visibility. And then as a result of that, we get targeted traffic. So how do we increase visibility? As I said, you make a website, you make a page on Facebook, you start with a Twitter handle, you create a profile on LinkedIn. These are some of the basic steps. Apart from these basic steps, how are you going to ensure that you have decent visibility online so that you reach out to your prospects and you can bring your potential customers back to your website? So let's understand this with some examples. All right, so I have an example out here. It's a screenshot of yahoo.com, and on this page of yahoo.com, there are 2 banner advertisements, right? And both banner advertisements are of Bluehost. So Bluehost is a website that sells web hosting. Now, what Bluehost is doing is, Bluehost is aware that there is a lot of traffic coming on to yahoo.com, right? So what they're doing is they're just borrowing some visibility. Okay, they're just borrowing some visibility. For example, if I have to explain it in an offline example, let's say that you would like to increase your visibility offline. For that purpose, we have taken a roadside hoarding, a roadside advertisements on a rate for 1 month. And that is on a high street, that is on a main road where you see a lot of traffic passing through. So why you have taken that roadside hoarding for 1 month? Because you know that a lot of people, probably your potential buyers, they drive through that road, and chances are that most of the people who drive through that road or they pass through that road, they are going to see your board, right? So as a result of that, you're buying some visibility. Another traditional example, you see advertisements in print media like magazines and newspaper. Why? Because a lot of people, they read magazines or they read newspaper, and as a result of that, they will see your advertisements and you will get some visibility. Similarly, guys, when you talk about doing marketing online or start selling online, the first and foremost step is to increase your visibility. So in this example, what Bluehost has done is they used visibility from yahoo.com, since a lot of people visit yahoo.com. So what they did, they have published 2 banner advertisements. As you can see it out here, they have 2 banner advertisements on yahoo.com, so that people who are going to land up on yahoo.com or probably on this page, some of them might see this advertisement and eventually go on to click on the ad. As a result of that, Bluehost will get a customer, they will get a visitor, a potential buyer. Next example, guys, is Facebook. Facebook is an amazing way to increase visibility and increase your brand awareness, and also to bring targeted traffic to your website. Facebook from India alone, it has over 18 crore profiles, or 18 crore users. Now, whatever you're selling from into plane, whether any product, any service, I'm sure you can find your potential customers in that 18 crore segment. And to be precise, if I talk about how many people use Facebook in India who are above 18-year-old, between 18 to 65-year-old, that number is 13 CR. So if you talk about the Indian Facebook users, people who are aged between 18 to 65, the number is 13 crore. So whatever you're selling, you can definitely get your potential customers on Facebook. So one of the method, I'm not saying the only, but one of the ways to increase your visibility and bring targeted traffic to your website is Facebook advertisements. As you can see out here, a website is advertising for a mobile phone. So Lenovo is advertising for their mobile phone, right? So Lenovo is increasing their visibility, and as a result of that, some of the visitors, some of the Facebook users, they will click on the advertisement. Let's talk about another method of increasing visibility. So it's my own example. What I did, guys, some time back, I just published a PPT on SlideShare, and yes, that's my picture. It's a very old picture of mine. So this is my account on SlideShare. I just published, not just, but in past I published a PPT on SlideShare, and as a result of that, you see this error. This PPT has been watched by or seen by 1,859 people. So that's another way to increase visibility, right? So when people are going to read your content, some of them will eventually figure out that which website has you published it, and they will land on your website. So this is how you increase visibility. There are a lot of other ways to increase visibility, like email marketing, right, like word of mouth. But we are not going to go in detail. We are just going to understand what visibility is and why it is so important. So guys, there are different ways through which you can increase visibility. I'm not going to talk about all as I just said, but just going to take some examples. Number one is we can increase visibility by owned media or channels that are owned by us. For example, a website, it is owned by us. A landing page, it is owned by us. What we did, we are writing a blog, and we are getting some readers for our blog, for the posts or the articles or ebooks that we publish on our blog. So as a result of that, we are increasing some visibility. And why we call this as owned media is because it is owned by us, right? Then we have paid media. So the media which we don't own but we borrow so that we can fetch some traffic. For example, this one. Okay, so now we don't own Yahoo, but since we know that Yahoo is a popular website, or any other popular website, what we can do is we can advertise on them, right? And third is earned media. Now, what is earned media? I'll just give you an example of earned media. When you go to Google, okay, and you search for any query looking for a product or service, now Google shows you just 10 results on top, right? But there are millions, there may be millions of visitors, millions of web pages for that search query of yours, right? But Google will only show top 10 results. Now, one of the way to say that why Google is showing only top 10 results is because those 10 web pages, they have earned their ranking on Google search engine result page, or that is earned media or word of mouth or viral marketing. So these are example of earned media. So guys, when you increase your visibility either by owned media, paid media, or earned media, as a result of that, you get targeted traffic. And please mark my words, I am using word targeted traffic and not just traffic. There's a lot of difference between targeted traffic and traffic. Now, just to give you an example, let's assume that let's assume that I am an advertising agency, okay, and what I do is I provide online marketing services, I provide online marketing solutions, and I have been trying to increase my visibility. As a result of that, I am running some banner advertisements on several other websites, just like Yahoo and different other websites. But what happens is, some of my banner advertisements are being displayed on websites like meritnation.com. Now, meritnation.com or websites like badges.com, now these websites, the potential traffic is students, right? So they are primarily being visited by students or freshers, right? And being an advertising agency, my potential customer is definitely not students. So right now, if my advertising agency advertisements is showing up on websites like meritnation.com, then I'm getting visibility, and some of the visitors of Merit Nation will click on my advertisements and they will come onto my website. But are they my potential buyers? No, they are not my potential buyers. I might be getting traffic. A lot of people are seeing my advertisements. They're coming to my website, which is an advertising agency. But are they eventually going to buy from me? No, they're not going to buy from me because they are students. And on the other hand, I am an advertising agency. They're nowhere close to my target customer. So, guys, the most important thing is not only to increase the visibility, but to figure out the right channels where you can reach out to your potential customers, your targeted traffic, and you can eventually increase visibility on those platforms and bring potential customers onto your website. So, being an advertising agency, I think if I really need to find my potential customers, there would be business owners, there would be marketers, right? So instead of advertising on meritnation.com, probably it is more savvy to advertise on websites like entrepreneurs.com, right? So this is what is very, very important and equally important. So guys, the next point is lead magnet. Now, once we have increased our visibility, and as a result of that, we are getting traffic, we are getting targeted traffic, we are getting potential customers on our website. They're coming to our landing pages, they're coming to our blog to read the post, they're coming to download our ebook. So we have increased the visibility via paid, earned media, and owned media. And as a result of that, now we are getting targeted potential buyers. Now, what do we do? Well, that's when lead magnets comes in handy. Now, what is a lead magnet? Well, lead magnet is a way wherein we create users' interest and bribe them, as it says. Just read this word: bribe visitors for email opt-in. So, lead magnet is a way through which what we do is we give an offer, we bribe our visitors, we give them an offer which is a good offer which they can't refuse, or most of them can't refuse. And in exchange of that offer, we ask them to enter their email ID or other contact details. That's what a lead magnet is. So it says, what is a lead magnet? Lead magnet is an irresistible bribe that offers a chunk of value to visitors in exchange of their email or other contact details. Now, what kind of bribes do you think we can offer, guys? Well, here are some of the examples. We can offer them a free ebook. We can offer them a how-to guide, a webinar, a free webinar, tutorials, etc. So, here are some of the examples that I handpicked for this webinar today. The examples of lead magnets. So, in this example, when a visitor will come to website, she will see that there's a Facebook ad template library on offer, and all she has to do is just click on download now, and there would be an option to enter the email, and they would get this free Facebook template library. Another example of lead magnet would be free course, double your leads in 30 days. Now let's assume that I'm an advertising agency, and instead of just start selling my products, okay, as soon as traffic comes onto my website, and instead of start selling my product, how about I give them an option? I have a lead magnet ready. I give them an option that increase your marketing knowledge, attend a free course, and then when eventually I would be able to provide some value for free, they would be ready to buy from me. So that's what engagement is. So it's a very good example, guys, of a lead magnet. It says free course, double your leads in 30 days. Another example is learn how to make $30,000 in 7 days. So all these lead magnets, what I'm going to do is you are going to place your lead magnets across your website in form of pop-ups, in form of a tap-in within the content of your blog. They might come as soon as the person is trying to move out of your website. So you are going to place the these lead magnets, and what happens once the lead magnets works in place is that you generate micro and macro lead. So as a result of lead magnet, when you use lead magnets, guys, you generate micro and macro leads. Let's see, what are micro and macro leads? So guys, micro and macro leads are, I'll explain that with an example. Let's talk about this lead magnet. It says looking for extra savings, 10% off and free shipping. Now, what is the objective behind this lead magnet? If I am a user and if I come across this lead magnet and if I sign up, what is my objective to sign up? My objective to sign up is not to know more, not to download a free ebook, not to subscribe to a free webinar or a free course. My objective is clear, that I would like to get 10% off on the product and also free shipping. Now what this means is that if I am interested in getting a discount and a free shipping, what it means is that I am interested directly in the product. So the leads, the conversions, which results as engagement and as a result of lead magnets. So when you have lead magnets in place, you will get a lot of leads. So what you want to do is you're going to define those leads into micro leads and macro leads. Now this example is of a macro lead. So what are macro leads? Macro leads are those leads wherein the objective of the visitor or the person who subscribed fills up the lead is to know more about the products or services that you're offering, number one, or they are interested in buying. Just in this case, if I'm trying to avail 10% off, I'm interested to buy, right? So macro lead are those leads wherein the objective is either to buy or know more about the products and services that are being offered. I'll take another example. $25% off on your first order. Now, before I proceed, I will ask you guys, what do you think this is? Is this an example of micro lead or this is an example of macro lead? All of you please reply via questions. Just type in macro or micro, what you feel your answer is. So guys, out here, the objective, the person who's going to subscribe or enter the email, the objective is to avail 25% off. Now, why do you think I'm interested in 25 or $25 off? Because I'm interested to buy the product, right? Or the service which is on offer. Now, what do you think this lead would be? Will it be a macro lead or will it be a micro lead? Ruchika says it will be a macro lead. Bala says micro. Sneha says micro. Apurva says macro. Azad says micro. Macro, macro, macro. So guys, this is going to be a macro lead. I'm just going to explain this. What is the difference between a macro and a micro lead? A macro lead is a lead wherein the person who fills up, that person is interested to buy your products or services, or that person has shown interest to buy. He wants to know more. So in this case, if I'm availing a coupon of $25 off discount, it means I'm interested towards your products and services. I'm not showing any interest towards a free ebook or something like that. No. My direct interest is towards the product or services. So this is an example of a macro lead. On the other hand, what do you think would be a micro lead? So guys, this is an example of a micro lead. I am an advertising agency. On my website, I have this lead option. It says 12 proven ways to convert website visitors into subscribers. Now what I'm doing is I'm providing some value for free. Yes, it is related to the product services which I'm offering, and definitely it should be, but the person who is going to sign up to download this guide doesn't mean he or she is interested to buy my products or services which I'm offering, right? So guys, this type of lead is known as a micro lead. So once we have a micro lead and a macro lead, Next is when you pitch in your main product or service. Now, this is the time wherein you are going to pitch your main product or service. Why right now? Because now you have contact details of your visitors, the people, the potential buyer of yours. First, you increase the visibility, then you brought them to your website, you engage them a little. As a result of lead magnets, since you have been using lead magnets, you are bribing them to enter their contact details in exchange of an offer. It may be a discount coupon, it may be a free ebook. They have provided you their contact information. And now what you have done is you have segregated the leads into micro leads and a macro lead. So what you're going to do is you are going to pitch in your main product and service. So continuing with the example that I'm an advertising agency. Okay, I'm an advertising agency. What I'm going to do is I am going to specify that if I have generated 100 leads, out of 100 leads, how many leads are micro and how many leads are macro. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick macro leads and I'm going to shoot an email that this is the product and service which I'm offering, and if they are interested, probably I'm going to give some offer or a discount, and I am going to pitch my products and services. On the other hand, I have a lot of micro leads. What I'm going to do is, guys, micro leads, they are right now probably not ready to buy your products and services. I repeat, the marketing strategy for micro leads and macro leads should be different. So macro leads, once you have macro leads as a lead magnet, what you do is you straight away go for a kill, you push your products and services across, you try to sell. However, if you have micro leads, the marketing strategy, the way of communication, what you communicate would be different. In case of micro leads, your leads needs to be nurtured more. I repeat this, your micro leads needs to be nurtured more. So for example, if you have 40 micro leads, do not try to sell them at one go. They probably need to have more trust and faith in your brand, in your company. Try to give some more value. For example, if a person has subscribed for a free ebook, try to offer a free how-to guide, or try to offer a free something, free tutorial, or try to add value, try to offer a free webinar. And that's how you engage visitors and eventually offer value. Once you nurture the lead well, I repeat, once you nurture the lead well, your micro leads or most of your micro leads would be ready to buy from you. And that's when you pitch in your main product or service. And that's when you try to sell. So on this page of Delhi School of Internet Marketing, it says enroll now. So this is the time to pitch your main product service to your customers. So there you go. On this screenshot of picture chart, it says get it now. So, but this stage will only or should only come when you have micro leads and macro leads, and your micro leads are nurtured enough. That's when you should try to sell your products and services. By this time, your leads will have enough faith and trust in your brand, since you have been providing value and you have their email, you are able to be, you are in constant touch with them, right? So you have delivered a lot of value. You have been sending your blog posts. You have been offering them free ebooks or free trials or free webinars, and that's the right time to pitch in your main product and service. Once you are done with this, the last and fifth step is to upsell, cross-sell, and eventually retain. Now, what is the difference between upsell and resell? Who can answer this, guys? What is the difference between upsell and cross-sell? We'll talk about retail. Let's keep retail aside for a moment. What is the difference between upsell and resell? All of you, please feel free to reply in questions section in your control panel. So guys, last 1 minute to reply. Azad says upsell is selling something with your main product. Okay, thank you, Azad. Govind says upsell is same product with enrichment. All right, Govind. Amit says upsell is sell higher price product. Okay, when you sell a product which is of higher price. Samrat says upsell means to increase the buyer's buyability. Govind further adds that cross-sell is to add new product sale. Right, Govind, thank you for replying. And Chaitanya says upsell is selling more products or services, whereas cross-sell take existing services from one domain to another. Right? All right, guys, I'm getting a lot of reply back. Thank you so much. I can't take every. Thank you so much for replying. So here is a video that explains what upsell and cross-sell is. Most of you are correct. Thank you so much for answering the question. So this is what upsell and cross-sell is. Now, upsell is, let's say you go to buy a mobile phone, right? And what you do is when you buy a mobile phone, apart from buying the mobile phone, you buy a screen protector, a screen guard, or you buy a cover for your mobile phone, right? So that is upsell. Okay, I repeat, that is upsell. Another example is you go to buy a pair of shoe. After buying the shoe, what you do is you end up in buying a polish, shoe polish. That is upsell. You go to buy a laptop. Along with laptop, after you buy a laptop, then and there, what you do is you buy a laptop bag. That is upsell. And what is cross-sell? Cross-sell is you go to buy a mobile phone and also ends up in buying your headphone or hands-free device, right? So this is what cross-sell and upsell is. So what you do is, guys, when you pitch in your main product and your potential buyers, they're buying it, that's a time to buy, or there's a time to upsell and cross-sell. One real-life example of upsell and cross-sell is when you go to shopping websites like Flipkart and Amazon, and you see, at the time of checkout, many times you see an option which says that people who purchase that, they also purchased this XYZ, right? So that is a cross-sell. It may, if it is related to your product, it will be an upsell, but if it is not related to your product, it will be a cross-sell. For example, if you are buying, if you're buying a Ray-Ban aviators, and what your shopping website says is people who purchase Ray-Ban aviators, they also bought a pair of shoes. So that is cross-sell. You're trying to sell more, right? But along with a Ray-Ban aviator, if the shopping website says people who purchase Ray-Ban aviator, they also sold a warranty, an additional warranty for 1 year. Now that is an upsell, right? Another real life example would be when you go to GoDaddy, okay? If you book a domain name from websites like GoDaddy.com or any other website, when you buy that domain, they try to sell you different packages. So, for example, if you booked a domain name, let's say on GoDaddy, and GoDaddy is trying to sell you, let's say apart from you have booked a .com domain, let's say xyz.com, and what GoDaddy asks you is that apart from booking or along with booking your xyz.com, also book xyz.in. That is upselling. And if GoDaddy asks you that you're purchasing or you're buying xyz.com, why don't you buy a web hosting or an email service from us? That is cross-sell. And once you do that, guys, once you have customers in your kitty, by selling your main product or upselling and cross-selling further, it's very, very important to retain your customers. You know why? Because it is easy, I repeat this, it is easy to sell to your old customer than to get a new customer. So always try to retain your customers. And how are you going to do that? Remember, you have their contact ID, their email ID and their contact details. Make sure you keep providing value. That's why the lead magnet is very, very important. You might get hundreds of visitors, but if you can convert some of those visitors into your leads by using lead magnets, which we just talked about, you are going to multiply your conversion, your end conversion, your sales conversion. So, That's it in today's webinar, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. I would be taking the quick questions now. But before I take questions, if in case you would like to increase your digital marketing knowledge, then Delhi School of Internet Marketing has a 2 hours free training session. And you can avail this session both online and in class in any of our training centers. So the online 2 hours free training session would be coming Thursday at 3 o'clock. And all you have to do is just go to dsm.in/demo to sign up for it. And if in case you would like to avail and attend the 2 hours training program in a live classroom, the traditional in-class environment, I've just shared the link with you all. Then we have training centers in Delhi NCR. We have training centers in Hyderabad. We have in Bangalore. We have in Gwalior. We have in Noida, which is part of NCR. We have in Jaipur, and we are opening more centers soon. So guys, what I'll do is I am going to open the session for some queries. So please feel free to type in your queries. Surely, Ajat. Govind says, thanks for showing wonderful information, Karan. Well, I'm not Karan, guys. I'm Kunal Chaudhary. I know the name. The name of the presenter is in this version of GoToWebinar is showing Karan Sharma. Well, he's a colleague of mine, uh, but I'm Kunal Chaudhary. Just so that you don't have any confusion. But if you're going to attend the online training session, that's taken by Karan. Ruchika has a very good question. Ruchika says, when and how do we decide that the micro leads are ready to pitch in the main product? That's a very good question, Ruchika. So, see, guys, what we do is all the marketers, especially if I talk about email marketing, when you have a lead magnet in place and you are able to convert your visitors into the leads. So what we do is we follow a strategy, okay, wherein we use us at times a 7 day strategy, or at times a 15-day strategy, and at times a 30-day strategy, depending on what kind of product it is and and when we need a sale. Okay, for example, if I'll continue with the example of the advertising agency. Okay, let's assume that I'm an advertising agency and all of you are part of my leads. Okay, you came to my website and you subscribed. So what I'll do is I'm going to follow a 7 or a 15-day email chain wherein every day I'm going to shoot an email to you. Okay, I'm going to shoot an email to you. It is a 15-day or a 7-day strategy. Let's assume that it is a 7-day strategy as of now. So what I'll do is for the first 3 days, I'm just going to offer some value and I'm going to provide some knowledge to you. For example, the first day I shoot an email which says that importance of advertising on Google. So I'm just telling you how important advertising on Google is. On second day, what I'm doing is I have sent you another email which says step-by-step guide on how to create Facebook advertisements. Okay, so that's the value which I'm offering. On the first day, I'm providing some need creation. I'm doing some need creation by telling you why being on Google is so important. On the second day, I'm offering some value by telling you how a step-by-step guide on how to create Facebook advertisements. On third day, what I do is I shoot another email which says a free ebook on, or let's say a free ebook on how to do social media marketing, right? Or let's say a free book on how to do Instagram marketing, right? So I'm providing value. On the fourth day, what I'm going to do, Ruchika, is that I am going to send a sales email. I'm trying to pitch. I will pitch definitely. I'm going to pitch the product or the service which I'm offering. In this case, it is advertising service. So on the fourth day, I am going to pitch my service. In the fifth day, again, I'm going to send an email which would be either a need creation email or probably I'm going to shoot an email which says why XYZ agency, why our network, right? That's what I'm going to do. I'm trying to build some trust on the fifth day. On the sixth day, I'm trying to shoot, I will definitely shoot an email which will create some value, which will create some trust, and I can deliver some value. Probably uh, I'm conducting a webinar on how to how to do email marketing. Okay, so on the sixth day, I'm going to offer a free webinar, and on the seventh day, again, I'm going to sell my service to you. So that's how you create a strategy, guys. So thank you, Ruchika, for asking this very good question. Um, the next question, which I'm going to ask is, Sneha says, please explain micro leads. Sneha, micro leads are those leads wherein people, because you have lead magnets in place, or you're trying to engage them on your website or on your blog, they do some action on your website, and that action can be a download of a free ebook. That action can be that they subscribe for your newsletter. Okay, that action can be that they have signed up for a webinar. Okay, but these actions, they are not related to your products and service. I mean, the visitor who has subscribed for a webinar or downloaded your free ebook or subscribe for your newsletter, they are not yet ready to buy your products and services. They have not shown interest to buy your products and services. They haven't inquired about your products and services. They don't want to listen from your sales team as of now. So they are known as micro leads. So what we do is we need to nurture these leads. As I just explained an example, that a 7-day email strategy, we need to nurture our micro leads, and then we are going to pitch them for the end product. Sumit says, how often we should follow up to macro leads if they haven't bought our product or service for the first time? See, how often is, it can be daily, okay, but you can't try to sell yourself daily, okay? When you're doing nurturing to your micro leads, there's no harm in sending nurturing emails to your macro lead as well, right? So please don't just try to sell, try to add some value, try to nurture the leads. Thank you, Bharat. Bharat says, thank you, Kunal. Really awesome. Uh, Amit says, please share the PPT. Uh, guys, I am going to share the recording on your email, so you will be getting a recording of this session. All right, guys, the time's up. I have some queries, but the time's up. So thank you so much for being part of this DSI Mangalwar Masterclass. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, then you can come to dsm.in, log into dsm.in, and you can always get in touch with us. And if in case you would like to increase your digital marketing knowledge further, I would strongly recommend you to attend the free training session, which is which will be delivered coming Thursday at 3 o'clock online, and coming Saturday it will be delivered in our training centers across India. So we have 11 training centers as of now. I will repeat: in Delhi, in NCR, in Jaipur, in Hyderabad, in Bangalore, and in Gwalior. So the in-class training session would be on Saturday at 10 a.m. So guys, thank you once again. I hope you enjoyed the session. We definitely email you the recording. Thank you for being part of it.